Welcome everyone to the Board Gaming Fight Club Season 8 Finals. I'm here with Bob, our co-host.
Hi everyone, glad to be here with you, watching a game that's one of my favorite new ones.
The game is Potion Explosion, and we have three veterans to the club. Roshko, the newest player, has just been playing the last season or two, but he's already winning qualifiers. Ulti Jim has already won a season championship before, and Howie, he is definitely the strongest player in our club when it comes to heat, pedal to the metal. But here we have Potion Explosion, and the players are picking up their potions right now.
So this is the initial draft of your potions, and the starter potions all take 4 marbles to fill them. And so it's really just picking the right potions for the effects that you want and looking to get combinations of 2 potions that you think you might be able to fill in that first turn.
Right, each player gets 2 potions to start with. The first player gets the first pick, Ulti Jim here, but he also gets the last pick of the 6. So these potions all have different abilities. Let's talk about these abilities.
First is just knowing that Sands of Time, the one that allows you to activate an already used potion, is in the game. You don't really need it as your first potion, but once you've got a couple potions down, those are super powerful and flexible.
Is that coveted, or do people not want it because you need another potion in order to trigger it?
Yeah, in the first round, I tend not to want that as one of my first 2 potions.
So the mechanics of Potion Explosion are pretty straightforward. You simply take a marble from these rows, but then you also get all the marbles that collide as a result. There's gravity in this game, and the upper marbles fall downward. So I love this red move here because it makes all the blacks run into each other. It would let Ulti Jim take tons of blacks. The limiting factor is you only have a room for 3 marbles to be carried over to the next round if there's not room on your potions.
He's going to look to see if there's any possibility to get both potions completed.
Wow, so we're looking for a big combo on the first turn. If we could get 2 blacks, a blue, and a red, finish the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness, then it can be activated, and its power is to take 2 more ingredients of the same color from the main track. So, for example, 2 more blues could be taken. Maybe both potions could be finished at the same time.
The most important that we haven't talked about is using the Professor's Help, which allows you to take any marble before you use your marble that will trigger the explosions. And that allows you to set up even bigger ones. So if you looked in slide 4 from the left, yep, taking the red there now opens up the black to allow him to get a black or the blues and the blacks there. So he gets a huge combination. Yeah.
That was crazy.
I believe he'll use this potion to take a yellow because oh no, he won't quite be able to finish it. He doesn't have enough blacks. But he'll be able to, he'll finish 1 potion and have a few marbles left over for whatever's next. Probably drafting something that will need blues.
What a perfect play. No marbles thrown on the floor, 3 extra blues. Now that a potion is finished, a new potion can be taken from the row here. There's 5 more potions to select from. And this one here takes 3 blues, so that is nice. But you're going to need yellow for that. Look at the power on this one. The Potion of Prismatic Joy. You can place all of the ingredients from your pool. That's this little slot of 3, ignoring color. What do you think of this power?
I think it's one of the most powerful ones, and when you have that, as well as the Sands of Time that allows you to replay them, you can just go for the biggest explosions and not really worry about the color combinations. So it gives you so much flexibility.
Ulti Jim has paid 2 victory points for the Professor's Help, but that can set up such huge combinations that it's definitely worthwhile.
Right. In most games, players will take that every single turn, unless it's not enough to trigger you to finish a potion or 2.
Man, here comes another huge explosion. Howie taking a quadruple explosion here. He does not use the Professor's Help. You can actually use it afterwards, so he could finish a potion and say, oh, I really need 1 more marble, and take that with the Professor's Help. But it's usually taken before, would you say, because that sets up the combination you're looking for?
Yes, it'll usually allow you to get a bigger explosion out of it. But if he takes that and uses his finished Potion of Wisdom, he could complete this one by taking 2 blues. I would do it because finishing 2 potions each turn is the path to success, and that's kind of the baseline. You want 2 potions every time that you can, in my mind.
Nice. Look at that. He finishes the Potion of Wisdom. As soon as you finish a potion, you can drink it. And the power here is take 1 ingredient of your choice. That's exactly what he needs, plus the Professor's Help to finish both potions at the same time. Wow, playing defensively. That's not something you see that often in a three-player game because it's hard to nerf Ulti by going through Roshko here, but you do what you can, right? So finishing two
Right.
potions every round means you've got a clean slate for the next turn. That allows a big turn because if your potion is half full, there isn't really room. You can't do three potions in a single turn.
Right. And they get in the way of what you want, which is just get as many marbles each turn. And when you only have one spot left in a potion, the big combinations mean you're going to throw some on the floor, and they're going to go back into the tray instead of being used or filling your flask.
Right, your flask only has room for three here, so that's exactly what you want to do. So the filter of Lavamancing is now available to Howie. Discard up to 5 ingredients on the same slide of the dispenser. So this doesn't give him new marbles. How strong is it?
It's one of the weakest, and it's kind of subtle in how to use it. It's not always easy.
Every potion has a certain number of victory points that are scored when it's completed, and that's balanced against the powers. And Roshko taking his first turn, he doesn't have as much room on his potions, just 8 compared to some of these potions that have tons of little holes on them. One of these, the Sands of Time, only activates other potions, so it would make sense to do some other potion first. Sands of Time can't be activated if there's nothing to copy. And there's the move on the left, taking the 3 yellow and 2 red, finishing the one that can be used. Very nice.
Ooh. I'm seeing in or the slide 2 from the left, if you use the professor's help on the blue and then take the yellow, you're going to combine and get what looks like 7 out of that. The blues would bring the 2 reds together, and then taking the yellow to start your activation would bring everything between those 2 blacks into yours.
Unfortunately, Jim does not need any reds,
Right, so that might set things up for Howie.
but Ulti Jim might have a chance to mess it up. You can only affect one column unless you're drinking some crazy potion. So if Ulti Jim doesn't play column 2, that's going to leave it for Howie.
Jim's going to really have to look at slide 4, where he can get quite a few yellows and blacks, because the black would allow him to finish his first potion that he's already started, and he already has 3 blues for his second potion, the 9-pointer. My strategy for this is really not to take the potions that have 8 or 7 or 8 slots in them, because it's really hard to fill 2. To start the first few rounds, taking some of the lower marble counts.
I see. You like to take potions that are easier to finish because you can do 2 at a time. And that brings us to the endgame scoring, because not only do you get points for your potions, but you get points over here for your what are these called? Medallions? Skill tokens. So you are awarded these if you get 3 of the same potion power or 5 different.
Yes, you definitely have to be focused on that in the draft, and getting the 5 different is often pretty easy. That's usually the first one that people will hit, because you want the different powers.
Ulti Jim did take from row 4 as you predicted, leaving row 2 available for Howie. Let's see if he goes for it.
Yeah, and it's a very good move for Jim. Finished 2 of the potions, only using one of his, and that he had finished, and now he has 2 sitting there, and he's ready to kind of handle some of the higher marble counts, even though he doesn't have any in his ingredient pool between turns.
Yes, you can gain extra marbles by drinking the potions that are right side up here. Let's talk about this new power, the Abyssal Draft. Take up to 1 ingredient of each color from the bottom row. So on the bottom row of the track here, we see 3 different colors, so that is currently worth 3 marbles. But it can be more if there's more of a rainbow on the bottom row. How do you like this power?
I really like it. I think using it for 2 is a valuable one, 2 different, and if you can ever get 3, it's great. And it allows Jim to not focus on trying to find a black in when he's drawing a marble, because he can always grab that black to finish the one single that he needs. It's very hard to get 4 different colors in a single pull, just because of you usually get 2. You'll definitely get 2, and sometimes 3.
Right, Ulti Jim needs red, blue, black, and yellow to clear both potions, but only 1 black. So like you're saying, if he can finish the rightmost potion, use its power to pull a black out of the tray, then that's a path toward finishing both at once.
See
The
how
Lavamancing is active in row. What?
Oh, that's great. That's great.
A single marble.
But he's going to get all of the reds and blues in that slide 5.
Oh, this is going to be epic. And he has 2 yellows in his upside down triangle. So he could basically drop those in here. And wow, that's going to be a big play. So, what do you think about
Yes.
not using the professor's help since it's not going to finish a second potion anyway, and just leaving 2 holes on the rightmost potion?
I think that's a reasonable play. The professor's help is there to get you the second potion. And in this case, it wouldn't have. One marble for -2 points is not it's not a good value proposition.
Love it. And that's exactly what he's done, leaving 2 open.
I'll also say that he did not need to put those 3 into the into that partial potion. He could have left them in his ingredient pool and been flexible next turn.
He doesn't want that terrible feeling of not being able to move his marbles, so he has chosen completely different colors so that he cannot be disappointed in his choice. All right, this is an 8-point potion of wisdom. Wow. This allows you to take 1 marble from the tray, so that's able to contribute toward finishing the other potion. Turning our attention to Roshko, what do you see for his play?
I see slide 2 looks really good. If you take the blue that's 4 up out with the professor's help and then take the yellow in the middle, it's going to get another 7. It's going to get 7 total marbles. The 2 blacks that he needs. It's going to get 1 yellow, and then it's going to get all the blues. Oh, didn't go for it.
Goes for row 1, but he's not the level of play you are. Clearly, you're a grandmaster at Potion Explosion. Removing 4 and then picking the marble 6 would give a yellow, 3 reds, and 2 blacks, plus the blue you took. This is comparable, but doesn't finish everything.
It doesn't finish any of them yet. So now he has to, yeah, he needs to use the professor's help. Yes. And I'm surprised that he's not using the professor's help for this, but he should do both of them. He should take a yellow with the professor's help, and he use the potion of wisdom. But he can finish them all for just -2 points, and he really should.
Yes,
There it
yes.
is.
And there it is. Very good. Potions that are almost finished are a huge issue because they don't give you room for your next combo. Nowhere to put the new marbles.
Yeah, the yellow that he took out just made column 2 even more obvious that you don't even need the professor's help to get 6 of those marbles by taking the blue in the middle now. So someone's going to benefit from him taking that yellow out of that slide.
Yes, indeed. Everything can be picked up but yellow here. A blue, 3 reds, 2 black. What a juicy row. Not enough to finish either potion for Ultigym unless he picks up a second blue with the professor's help. Or he could drink one of these. Maybe not. Lava
Yeah,
Mancing doesn't get him marbles, and the Prismatic Joy just ignores color, but again, doesn't give him marbles.
so this is where Jim will probably spend some time looking to see if he can use that lava mancing effectively to try to trigger a really big explosion. I'm not sure that there is one, but might spend quite of his thinking time looking at that to try to get, knowing that if he just gets a huge surplus of marbles, he can use the prismatic joy to put them in any color and can finish a couple of these. He could get quite a bit if he used the lava mancing on slide 4 to get rid of those 2 blacks and then take the blue from the middle, and you can see that reds and yellows are all going to fall to him.
Beautiful, beautiful. Take the blacks, pick up the blue, get 3 reds, get at
Oh,
least 3 yellows. Is it happening? There it
he
is!
did it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
No,
This is
he
going to be so many marbles. Wow, and the professor's help could be dropped for the last blue. Oh, he opts not to roll
will.
out.
Oh, I would have gone the other way. Yeah, I would have gone with Abyssal Draft. Do the professor help to get the blue and then take the extras off the bottom row.
Right, then you can activate this immediately to get 3 marbles. You never know if it's going to be that good. There's only 4 colors. The other players might just mess up the bottom row so that you can't get 3 different. He could use the professor's help for black and then drink his bomb, picking up 3 blues, and then drink his potion of prismatic joy, right? Dropping the 2 blues in the last 2 spots. Is that a path to finishing both potions?
It would. That would definitely do it. And it's just a matter of him deciding whether that's valuable enough. Should he spend 2 different potions, or should he spend that potion to finish this extra one? But My view is that any time that you can finish the potions and get 2 fresh ones, it's worth it. Um, Even if you kind of overspend, which he's doing now.
Right. Having that room for the next round is worth it because you're going to find another combo and wish you had room for it. Looks like you may be taking that exact path. There's the 3 blues. Will he drink? Will he drink his prismatic joy? Come on. There it is. Delicious, delicious. Both potions complete. So we now have 3 different kinds. It takes 5 to pick up one of these skills, and then 3 of a kind will pick up another. It says 5 remaining here because this actually acts as a clock. The game ends when these 5 are taken, which means 2 3 of a kinds need to occur, plus each of our players need to get the 5 different.
Sands of Time is the most valuable there and the most flexible. And I would say probably one of the Alm of Uttermost Stickiness, the green tops. They're small counts, so it's very likely that he can finish it, and then it can really power the next turn.
Now how he's looking at his big yellow demand here, the potion he took that requires 4 yellow. How can he get yellow off this board? It looks like only 2 yellow can be taken here from row 3. What do you like for Howie here?
I think Lavamancing and rolling the dice by taking the blacks out of slide 5 and hope that you get a few more yellows there. You know that you can pull the red out after that and trigger some yellows, so you can get at least 3 from that.
Wow, you definitely have an eye for this game. I could not find a way to get 3 yellows, but you're right. If you Lavamance this row, get rid of the blacks, then you can bring the yellows together with your play.
Yeah.
He took the red out
that's
of
also
the
great.
Whoa, this is epic. This is even better than what we saw. Look at that. 1 red, exactly what he needs. 4 blacks, 3 yellows.
And I believe with the professor's help, that'll give him the Potion of Wisdom, which he can use to get the final blue, and again, finish 2 potions.
Beautiful.
Is the target.
This play is so strong. Every single thing comboing into the next thing, finishing 2 potions, exactly what he needs, and there he is following that exact play, taking the Fairy Dandruff, also known as a yellow marble, activating his Potion of Wisdom. There it goes. Taking a blue. This is where you think about defense, right? Because any blue will work for him, so he wants to take a blue that messes up his opponents.
Yeah, he just took 1 out. Someone was going to trigger that. Those blues probably crashing together at some point. And he took 1, so instead of 4 someone getting 4, they would get 3. I would target Prismatic Joy and probably the Uttermost Stickiness in this turn. He doesn't want the Lavamancing. It adds no value to get a 4th. So I think it's a pretty easy decision for him.
Yep. The Lavamancing are worth a lot of points. This rightmost one is 9 points. The other is 7 versus 5 for each of these other potions. But the powers are just too good. Oh, he's uncovered the Sands of Time. What do you think of this?
It's not as valuable for him because he has so many Lavamancings. I feel like Prismatic Joy would be better and come back and try and get a Sands of Time later.
Do you think he would have had trouble if he took something that required black and yellow and something that took black and yellow with only demand for 2 colors of marbles?
I always feel like that paints you into a corner and you can get very unlucky. And the board doesn't favor blacks and yellows. You can just see that the lowest yellow in a couple of these slides is 4 or 5 up or more. So it's just going to be really hard to collide yellows. You want your big collisions to have the color you want down towards the bottom so that it can combine with a big explosion.
Great observation. Collisions happen kind of through gravity, so you're going to have a collision in the middle, collision further out, collision at the bottom. So if your color's not at the bottom, there's not going to be a combo for that color because it's not going to use anything at the bottom. Roshko with a quick turn here. Let's see what he's pulled. Professor's Help for the blue.
And then Prismatic Joy to use 3 of the reds.
Activate the Prismatic Joy. I love that. Use all the marbles. Oh, maybe he doesn't need the professor this way.
Oh.
He has a Sands of
Time.
Time.
Use the other 2. You have the option of using all 3 from that, and it just makes sense since they don't match a color. He really should put the reds in and utilize them this round into the remaining potion.
Well, if he takes a potion that requires red, they could go on that potion instead. What do you think?
Well, he's already activated this, so you can use it up to 3. So it just feels like you should put them all in and give yourself the flexibility where you don't have to use that. Because maybe you come back and reds are easily available to get extras in the next turn.
That makes sense.
I think that Jim is eyeing this slide too. If you look at that for this next turn, there's a huge combination that can get 8 marbles. So there's probably some kind of looking ahead past Roshko's turn.
Right. So we've got a red. We've got a red at the bottom and a red at the top. You planning on making those hit somehow?
Yes. If you take Esther's help for the top blue and then pull the blue in the middle.
Look at that. Remove the blue with the professor's help. And then 1, 2, 3. This hidden red also gets hit. That is a huge haul. I love that play. Roshko only finishing 1 potion. He seems to be slipping behind with only 14 victory points. He does have more drinkable potions, but his total completed is also 1 less than his opponent's. Looks like he's on the back foot.
He saw it.
He's exactly the combo that you mentioned. So many marbles. No blacks, that's the one downside, but maybe you can drink something to bring blacks into play.
And he's going to have the Sands of Time available, so he can repeat something if he'd like. Which, if he has 4 marbles left over. So, yeah, he could put those 3 in and get a Prismatic Joy and finish the second one as well by using Sands of Time.
Yes, it's one option, but perhaps a potion could just give him 2 blacks. Let's see, a Balm of Uttermost Stickiness could just give him 2 blacks. Then he'd have 2 marbles left over.
That's true.
And there it is. Even better.
Very nice, Ryan.
Seems like every round OP Jim finishes 2 potions. It's like a perfect play. OP Jim now with 3 green potions complete and 5 different potions complete. He's the first player to reach 2 skill tokens, leaving only 2 skill tokens remaining. Each player does get an equal amount of turns in this game, so Roshko will take the final turn. And Old Jim takes a 9-point filter of Lavamancing, still very high scoring, and a 7-point filter of Lavamancing. So, wow.
Interesting. So he went with the big points play, but neither of those will help finish the other, which is the questionable. Would he have found one of the other potions that, after taking like a 9 or an 11-pointer, that would help finish it?
Right, that is a great question. He does have 2 ready to go, an Uttermost Stickiness, which lets him take adjacent colors, and an Abyssal Draft, which takes off the bottom row. These 2 do produce a lot of marbles when played well, so perhaps he can still finish both. The bottom does not look that productive right now, but maybe it'll change before his next turn.
Yeah, I would count those 2 potions as 4 total marbles, but the Abyssal Draft is definitely getting a black, and now he doesn't have a spot for a black marble. And this is tough for Howie because he definitely needs 3 yellows. And there are a couple options for it. He needs to use the Lavamancing, and he's really going to have to roll the dice and take things out of the lower parts of the slide and hope that what gets revealed is going to trigger something additionally. So I would look at slide 3 and 4 as possible targets for him to take some blues out.
What a tough decision. This is just a mess of marbles, no clear combos, no clear ways to get his yellows. This is a critical moment for Howie. And blues in row 3, just as you suggested. The combo, not huge.
Unfavorable. Yeah. He really needed a black up top, even if it was, one away where he could use the professor's help to pull it next to the yellow in that slide. In row 4, if he uses professor help on the black or the red at the top, and then takes the other, he'll get 3 yellows out of it. So he at least can finish. But he felt pop committed and went with the same slide that he was looking at.
Just finishing 1 potion. I liked the play in row 3, but We'll see how this goes. That was a tough, tough position. I think that could have been where how he lost the game if he does lose. Because his momentum was just stalled. Oh, he's drinking it now. What's happening? Takes 2 blacks. He could just keep those 3 in his flask.
He could, yes, because there's not a potion that allows you to steal it in this game. They're safe marbles. When that's in play, you have to be a little bit conservative, and just taking huge numbers of marbles isn't always to your advantage because it might feed someone else a way to finish their 2 potions.
Wow, Howie's selection requires 4 more reds, so he's very hungry for reds now. That's going to be difficult.
His only hope is he finishes the Prismatic Joy and then uses that to fill the reds with, just by getting a total of 8 marbles and get a couple reds, a couple yellows, and then fill the rest of that second potion with any color.
Right. If that's possible, would that be the 5 different colors? Sorry, 5 different potion types that Howie needs to take a skill?
It would. So that would be an extra 4 victory points.
Yep, these tokens are 4 victory points, and they push the end of the game. Let's see if Roshko gets close to that. Finishing 1 potion there, and what a haul. We didn't look closely at this haul, but that's a lot of marbles.
Yeah, and the Prismatic Joy is going to allow him to finish that one.
Beautiful. Don't count Roshko out.
So if I were Roshko, I would finish these 2, and then I would take the Sands of Time and one of the 11 pointers, the 10 or 11 pointers. I would take the Sands of Time to help ensure that you get it, but I don't think it's risky to try to finish 2, like a 10 and an 11. I just don't know that you're going to get them. But maybe it's worth it, since 3 points isn't that much for the Sands of Time potion.
Yeah, and he needs a big move in order to catch up, I feel like. So playing a risky move that might not hit is exactly what you want to do when you're in behind. Is he thinking about not drinking his rainbow? What else does he have? Take 1 from the bottom. He can take all 4 colors with that, but he can't put it to use. His flask is almost full, overflowing, in fact.
Yes, he would finish with a full flask, but he would.
There we go.
Basically throw away a bunch.
There
So
we
I
go.
like this play.
Beautiful. Sands of Time allows you to have another potion of Prismatic Joy, which would make an 11-point potion possible. Is that enough to win? Roshko's behind by 10 victory points right now. I don't think it is.
That would be 21 if he got the 2. If he were, I think he really has to go for the 21-point play of a 10-point and an 11-point potion here. Or that,
And
yeah.
exactly that. Yeah, so he's got the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness for 10 points and an 11-point Lava-Mancing. 2 potions still drinkable here. This one, the Abyssal Draft, giving him 4 marbles at once if the track, stays the way it is right now. So this could be a huge final round for Roshko. Is there a way for the game to end in this round?
Jim can get Lava-Mancing. If he gets both, he will get a skill token for 3 Lava-Mancing. Yeah, and if Howie gets both of his potions, then he will have the skill token for the 5 different potions.
I don't know if Ulti Jim's going to get both of his, but if he does, I'll predict he's going to win. That would be an epic finish.
It's possible that Jim could finish this left potion by taking the Abyssal Draft and getting 4, using the Balm of Uttermost Stickiness, and finish the left, and then be able to Lava-Mance in hopes of combining some reds and blues for his second potion.
That would be such a crazy combo. So if he plays starts with his Abyssal Draft, which he's already not doing because he's playing something else. But if he starts with his Abyssal Draft and finishes 1 Lava-Mance, he could use the Lava-Mance and perhaps make something crazy happen.
He took blacks.
He took blacks.
Doesn't need blacks.
What in the world? just for the combo. Okay, that's cool.
I might have used both potions and tried to Lava Mance for the second, but I don't think he has a chance to get both at this point.
This is a enormous haul. I'll admit that. He's got a lot of something.
Yeah, Lava Mancing that leftmost column of getting rid of the yellows would have given him all the blues and reds he would have needed for the second potion.
This move is crazy. He is short by 2 reds. And he throws away 2 marbles. What a move, Ulti-Gem. That was amazing. The board looks a lot different now. Maybe Howie can find some reds off of it. Yep, for 3 of these orange Lava Mancings, the third one is here, so that would be complete either way. He drinks his other Lava Mancing just for fun. Maybe trying to mess up the board for Howie.
You can get 3 reds in the middle column because you can see the red still in the box by just pulling black.
Ah, he goes for the Potion of Prismatic Joy. I think this is a safe finish for Ulti-Gem. If there is another round, he'll finish both potions and have a solid finish.
Oh, he did it. He got a little lucky.
Wow, he pulled another combo out from the invisible box.
Yes, and that prismatic joy that he fills is going to fill the other one now.
Wow!
That's fantastic.
This is the triggering game end. This is crazy.
Yes. So I think Jim finishes last in this now.
Wow.
It's 8 points, 52 for Howie, and I think Roshko can't win it now.
What a move. A clutch blue appears out of the top bin, says Ulti-Gem in the game chat. Exactly what he needed for picking up 3 more blues. Wow. Clutch is the right word for that.
Huge play.
Now, can Roshko also finish too? 56 points to 48 points.
If Jim had been able to finish, his point total would have been enough. He would have had 11 more points. But just couldn't find it.
Does not feel good to end the game with 6 marbles in front of you. Those are victory points that are not in the final scoring. Here comes the bomb. He'll be tempted to take the 3. Oh, he takes the 2. Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, and it's getting him extra yellows too.
Look at
They're
that.
going to come together.
What a combo. He does hit the yellow, which is going to collide. And not just one. What a lucky finish. He hits 2, which gives him another extra yellow. Boom. This probably is enough marbles to finish both. Not that he needed the yellows. He only needed 3 yellows.
Got the 3 yellows. He's got the... He needs the blacks.
Ooh. The bomb of...
So he still has Abysmal. Yes.
Beautiful.
Abyssal Draft gets 1 of each. And then he's going to get 2 more when he by using his utmost stickiness, because there are 2 blacks together.
Perfect finish.
Oh.
So he did need that yellow to come down in order to give him the... I mean, he picked up 3 yellows from his good luck, but he needed luck to hit at least 1, which he needed for his second potion. And there it is, Roshko finishing both as well. What a fantastic finish. Howie and Roshko both finishing huge potions there to jump ahead of Ulti-Gem, putting him in last place. What a crazy game.
Yeah, I think that was 5 total rounds, and they got 8 total potions to win.
Congratulations to Howie, our Season 8 champion.
Wonderful. It was nice to meet him in person in Las Vegas, and congrats to him.
All right, I'll see you guys next season. Thanks for watching.